Yes, we are looking at a goods received not. It can be abbreviated as goods received not. GRN. Goods received not. We looked at a delivery note where we said it is issued by the seller to accompany the goods that the seller has supplied to the customer, to the buyer, to the consumer. Now, the consumer has to prove that the goods that he ordered for have been supplied and the goods have been received. So, when you look at this goods received note, we say is a document that shows that the goods have been received, that the goods have been received by the buyer. By the buyer. That's why we said it is prepared by the seller to the buyer, for the buyer to prove that the goods that were delivered to him have been received. And that's why we call it a goods received note. A document that proves the receipt of goods. Now, this document acts as a comparison between the goods received and actually the goods ordered for. Because when you order for the goods and they are supplied, they might be supplied, but you find when the goods that you ordered for are not the ones that have been supplied to you. But this document, before you sign it and sending it back, you first of all have to compare the goods that you have received vis-a-vis the goods that you had ordered for. If you find out that there is a mistake, then you notify the supplier that the goods I ordered for are not the ones that I have been delivered. So for this matter, it enables you to compare what you received and what actually you ordered for. So now, the question is, who writes this document? Who writes this document? This document is written by the supplier and received by the buyer. It enables the supplier to know that the buyer is happy after the buyer has received the goods and has signed on this document. So it shows that the goods have been delivered in good order and the buyer actually has received what he or she ordered for. So the buyer receives and acknowledges and signs. The supplier supplies and then sends this document to show that the goods have been received. Now, I want to look at the components. Elements of a goods received note. What are these elements that if you are trying to prepare a goods received note, what should you not forget? One, the name and address of the supplier. Then name and the address of the receiver, the buyer. Then the date of issue, the name of the document, the document number, then we have the quantity details, of goods supplied, the price or the cost of goods supplied, then we have the name and signature of the seller's representatives or suppliers' representatives. Then we have name and signature of the buyer. Then these usual ones, of course, we have the frame, then we have what we call the order number, because we said as the buyer receives the goods received must have been ordered for. Therefore, they are delivering the goods basing on what the buyer ordered for. That's why we said after receiving these goods, a comparison has to be made. A comparison has to be made. Therefore, these are the components of a goods received note, and they are the ones we follow while designing or preparing a goods received note. So we are going to look at how to design later in the next session.